In the following presentation, you will see 8 good qualities, 8 stressors, and 8 stress behaviors of the Enneagram type. Mark with a tick which apply to you. Enneagram Type 4. 4s are creative people. They work hard to make the world a more beautiful place with their original and artistic creations. So even if they may not formally practice art, they're drawn to the cultures and the arts. For them, life itself is art. Their creativity may be expressed in writing, to poetry or novels, or in creating fantasy worlds. It may also be on the stage in theatre or in making movies and documentaries. 4s are artistic people. They're also familiar with pain and suffering. So whereas 2s are more familiar with the sunnier side of the emotions of the heart, say the other end of the heart, 2, 3, and 4, 4s are more familiar with the darker aspects of the heart. Like Vincent van Gogh cut off his ear and then painted the self-portrait expressing his exploration of the shadow side of the human existence. 4s express themselves uniquely and they feel deeply. Being authentic to how they feel is important to them, even if it means expressing strong emotions such as hate, like this guy here, and anger. 2s, on the other hand, typically do not express the emotions such as these. And 4s can be also quite dramatic in how they dress or behave, dressing to express a particular emotion of what they are feeling. They need to be true to themselves. There's a mysterious quality about 4s. They often don't feel that the world understands them. They are lingering on the outside, looking in. 4s search for their origin and their real identity. And are often very sensitive people. They may look out on the world like this guy here with longing, with a mysterious air and quality about them, looking for what's missing. They resonate with the moods of life, the highs and the lows, and the light and the dark. 4s understand melancholy and longing. There's a sweetness in looking for what is missing in life and how things, and so there's some of the things that could never be. There's a familiar feeling that something has been lost. They were loved once, but where did that love go? Absence makes the heart grow fonder, and no more so than when 4s are the proverbial lover, waiting for their ideal future mate. Perhaps like this girl here. 4s endeavor to be original in what they do. They're expressive and imaginative individuals. They often have a classy sense of style with great taste in fabrics and a beautiful choice of colors. 4s themselves are a work of art in progress, and that is how they present themselves to the world. They often make great interior designers and decorators, putting their distinctive touch and flair into their work, making it original and personal. 4s live life with passion. They want to be completely immersed in some pursuit, such as music in this case here, and they engage in this activity with intensity, using their whole heart and passion. It is dramatic, but it's ultimately an expression of total fulfillment as the artist merges with his or her work. 4s can take something seemingly small and insignificant and transform it into something passionate, meaningful, beautiful, and authentic. 4s experience extreme emotional highs and extreme emotional lows. They experience a range of intense emotions, and their familiarity with them, especially the darker emotions, makes 4s equipped to deal with emotional crises and helping people process their deep emotions, such as anger, grief, loss, sadness, and so on. They often end up in counseling or therapy professions where they can put their skills to use in navigating the emotional terrain. And what stresses a 4 out? 4s are overburdened by needing to be authentic, special, and distinctive. They believe if they are ordinary and not special, they will not be loved. Their center of intelligence is the heart, and all information is also interpreted through their heart. And when the world of 4 is not as it should be, here are some of the thoughts they may think. I'm not my authentic self. Life is emotionally flat and ordinary. If I get what others have, I'll find my real self. A special love will make me whole and complete. I'm not worthy of being loved. I'm just not getting that depth of connection. I've been so disappointed again. I'm abandoned and all alone. And some of these stress behaviors the 4 will exhibit. 4s start to amplify and dramatize ordinary situations. So rather than stay in the emotional flatness, they search for hidden meanings in the emotions of others and keep replaying conversations from days, weeks, and months ago, even years ago, to figure out what people mean. 4s exhibit the widest ranges of highs and lows in their emotion, with the emotions vacillating from between mania and depression. They live at the limits of life, believing that satisfaction can only be found at extremes. The middle is just too boring, and so the manic depressive swings characterize their moods as they generate dramatic reactions. 4s dream and fantasize often. Their focus of attention will travel away to the past, to the future, to the absent, to the hard to get. Their fantasies normally surround relationships where they can spend hours constructing scenarios about future relationships or dwelling on the tragedy of their past relationships. 4s often find themselves fantasizing about potential dates and falling for the persona rather than getting to know the real person. They can also develop a secret fantasy self for themselves that has special secret powers. 4s start to see everyone else as stable and normal, while feeling themselves flawed and lacking in something. Other people seem to like themselves. They have positive self-esteem and present themselves better. They are spontaneous, happy, and not self-conscious. They are everything that I'm not. The envy and negative comparisons also emerge when 4s see others at ease socially or enjoying fun, connections, and relationships that they also desire. 4s can become elitist and hypersensitive. They will create aloofness and distance and they see themselves as being different and special compared with the ordinary crowd. This can lead to rule breaking, deliberately being difficult and standing out so as to get special treatment. 4s can also be hypersensitive in that minor events or offhand statements from others can cause major emotional reactions. 4s have a strong relationship with pain and suffering. They can be lost in the tragedy of their own suffering that they cannot see beyond it, and become moody and sensitive. They alternate between wanting to express their distress so others will know how much they have disappointed them, and periods of withholding their thoughts and feelings. Some 4s internalize their suffering and don't tell others how much they suffer, hoping to be redeemed by the ability to take pain. Other 4s wear their suffering on their sleeve, telling everyone about it, hoping they will take notice. But there are still other 4s who refuse to suffer alone and may make you suffer with them too, exacting revenge on those who have caused them to feel their lack. 4s go into the emotional intensity of the darkness and abyss. They withdraw and become preoccupied with themselves as they search for meaning in their lives. They feel like they're staring into the abyss and no one understands the suffering they're going through. They isolate themselves and disappear down into a hole, often in dark depression, and will not resurface again for a long period of time. 4s have a mixed relationship between getting what they want. They pull for what they want, can't have, but once they have the object of their affection, it's not as attractive to them up close as it was far away. The relationship is just not as authentic as what they had hoped, and no one understands their depth and sensitivity. So then, they push their partner away. They want to be loved, but yet not accept love when it's offered to them. They want an intimate relationship, but quickly cut it off for fear of being abandoned and disappointed. 4s start to long and yearn for many things, and they become self-absorbed and self-conscious, wallowing in self-pity. They become extremely reluctant to let go of their painful feelings, even though it causes them continuous suffering. In a relationship, a 4 may see all the flaws in a person and choose not to be with them, so they may pine for their true soulmate or savor the bitter-sweet sadness of singleness, being destined to being alone forever. So here's how you interpret your Enneagram test results. For each of the good qualities, stressors, and stress behaviors, you should have a score of 0 to 8. Take your stressors score and divide it by 2, and add it to your good qualities and stress behavior score for a total of 0 to 20. A result of 12 or more means you identify strongly with the Enneagram type. It could be either your core type, your wing, or you could be connected to the type by a line.